Beverly picked up a thick pipe from the river. The moment she opened the lid, pouring out more than 10 large eels, and she even picked up several pipes like that. It also poured out a lot of eels and quickly took up more than half of basket. So what did Beverly hide in the pipe, so that it can attract so many eels to drill into it? If you want to know the secret in it, don't go away and keep seeing the video. Beverly is a well-known fisherwoman in the village. The fish she likes can't escape the fate of being caught. She changes ways from time to catch fish. Today, she thought of another excellent fishing technique, and the fish to be caught lives underwater, and it is the rare eel. Drumsticks are baits that must be used in this fishing. After breaking all the bones of the for chicken legs, put them on the bottom of the pipe, and cover with the funnel-shaped cover. Then insert the latch, which will prevent the trap from loosening when the eel goes into the pipe. So one of the traps is already set. It seems to be quite simple, and it is very efficient and practical to catch fish. This kind of design that can only enter and cannot go out with the blessing of chicken legs. The whole pipe will be full of eels in one day. Now, all 4 traps were finished soon by her dexterous hands. Then pick up 2 pipes and go to the river. In the river overgrown with aquatic plants, the best habitat for the eel is under the silt. Beverly walked carefully under the river, but accidentally stepped into a deep puddle and got her clothes wet. However, this depth is the perfect place to set traps. So she inserted the pipe inlet down to the bottom of the water, and then covered the surface of the pipe with water plant to prevent others from discovering the existence of the fishing trap. Soon, the abundant aquatic plants will cover it tightly. After the first trap was set, Beverly climbed ashore, continued to set up the second fishing trap, and come to a place 10 meters away. This section of the river is covered with dense water plants, and it is difficult to predict the depth of the river, and the bold Beverly went straight down with the fishing trap. It turns out that the water here is not that deep. Immediately remove the weeds and stuff the entire trap into the bottom of the water. Looking at Beverly's skilled movements, she should have done this kind of fishing a lot. She is not afraid of hard work, and she is so good looking. Simply a fishing expert that everyone loves. At a distance of 5 meters, she found another area with the chance to catch the eel. Without hesitation, went down into the river and set the third trap. 2 hours passed quickly, and she still worked so neatly, didn't feel tired at all, and the setting speed was getting faster and faster. Once the surface is covered with water grass, it is time to set up the last one. Although there were so many aquatic plants here, it was very suitable for all kinds of fish life. Beverly, who has been fishing for a living all the year round, naturally knows it. After burying the last fishing trap, she was already soaked and started to go home, waiting for tomorrow's harvest. In the next morning, Beverly took a basket and returned to the first place where the fishing trap was set. At this time, she went down into the water to peel off the water plants on the surface, and then pulled up the pipe. It seems that there was still a bit of weight in the pipe. She pulled out the latch of the cover and the funnel-shaped cover. When grabbing the bottom, the trap is a little too heavy, slipped out of the hand and fell to the ground. When all the eels inside were poured out, there were more than 10 eels, and the drumstick was also eaten by them, and there was only a bone left. Without drumstick, it couldn't get so much eels in one pipe. Beverly continued to go to the second trap, and lifted the trap directly without entering the water. The harvest of this trap may be so-so. Before it was poured out, an eel ran out impatiently, and the slippery body was hard to be caught. Sure enough, there were only a few eels hidden in the second trap, and the drumstick looked intact. It was a pity that not much eels were caught, but it can be the food for the eels in the basket. Then, Beverly continued to hold the basket and went to the third trap nearby. Without accident, there would definitely be some eels gathering inside. After pouring these eels into the basket, they almost occupied the basket. The fierce eel that was struggling to wriggle on the ground, it would take a lot of time to catch it back. At the last trap, because it was too far from the shore, Beverly had to wade over to take it out. To catch the eel, she couldn't avoid getting her clothes wet. It was very difficult to pick it up, and when it was poured out, there were a lot of eels caught in the last trap. The eel has already occupied half of the pipes. Looking at the half baskets of eels, today is full of harvest. Well, today's video is here. Subscribe me and show you a different world.